the Minnesota Ambulance Association hosted a roundtable in Dodge Center today, providing support for rural EMS and ambulance services.
That's right. For more now, we turn to ABC 6 News reporter Alexander Schmidt.
Rural ambulance providers like those here in Dodge Center are often the lifeline of their community, quite literally being the first persons to respond to a crisis, but now they've been facing a crisis of their own. Last year, Minnesota lost 288 certified EMS providers.
So we have a large turnover. So having institutional memory and that continuity of culture is a challenge.
In an effort to address the issue, Minnesota lawmakers passed nearly $30 million in aid for rural EMS services, but that was one-time funding.
Ambulances across the state are doing good work. We are still getting the job answered. I am so proud to have said all throughout COVID, not one call was missed. And even to this day, more people are leaving the business than are coming into it, and yet we're still answering the call.
And now the search for a long-term solution continues, as earlier today local officials held a panel discussion aiming to finally address the staffing crisis plaguing rural EMS services.
What we want to see is some change in those models to say, in the rural areas where they don't have a high enough call volume to sustain the ambulance service, how do we form a better sustainable model that brings funding in from the local communities?
The panel wrapped up and seemed encouraged by the support shown by the community for their ambulance services, but didn't come up with much in terms of a long-term solution, which may have to come from the state or even federal level. Now, even with the struggles facing EMS providers in rural areas, workers like Fox tell me that they will never stop answering the call. In Dodge Center, Alexander Schmidt, ABC 6 News.